Are you building a financial fortress brick by brick, or are you living in a house of cards? How do we know if we are successful in managing our personal finances? Is this measured by how much we save, how much we own, or our credit score? In this podcast, we will discuss how to measure your financial health. When we look at the financial reports published by public listed companies on a quarterly basis, there are myriad indicators that are tracked. Some are straightforward to understand, and some are more complex to decipher. When looking at the various financial statements and reports, what is key to understand is the story of how the company is doing financially. Putting the story together requires both an understanding of the industry the company operates in and an understanding of the various financial statements and reports published by the company. Understanding the story can potentially provide some insight into how the company will perform in the near future. Thankfully, measuring personal financial health is far easier. The point to note is when measuring our personal financial health, we are essentially deciphering our financial story. This can then provide insights into our financial capacity and what actions or corrections we need to undertake in the near and distant future. There are four indicators we need to track. They are net worth, income, cash flow, and total debt. Let us now deep dive into each of these. The first is net worth. Net worth is how much you are worth in dollars and cents. When Forbes lists the richest individuals, they are essentially comparing the net worths of the richest individuals to establish who rank at the top. Net worth is the sum of your total assets less the amount that you owe others. From an accounting standpoint, net worth is equal to your assets less your liabilities. Let's quickly break down what assets and liabilities are. Assets are cash and cash equivalents, both the money that you have in bank accounts as well as physical cash. Any investments that you may have, such as stocks and retirement accounts, real estate that you own, both your primary residence and any other properties that you own. Business ownership, if you own a business, its value should be included in your net worth. Personal possessions, such as your car, jewelry, or any other valuable belongings, and intangible assets. This could include intellectual property, patents, copyrights, or trademarks that you own. Liabilities are credit card debt, student loans, mortgages that are outstanding, personal loans such as a car loan or a payday loan, and any other debts that you have. This could include medical bills, unpaid taxes, owed child support, or outstanding loans to friends or family. Once you have a comprehensive list of your assets and liabilities, simply subtract the total liabilities from your total assets. This is your net worth. Here are a couple of additional points to consider. The first is market value. When calculating the value of your assets, use the current market value, not the original purchase price. This helps provide a more accurate picture of your financial health. Also, do not forget about depreciation. Certain assets, like cars, depreciate over time. You should factor in depreciation when calculating their value. There are many tools you can find online to calculate your net worth. Quick Google search reveal a few. Net worth is specified as an amount in a particular currency at a specific point in time. Let's go to the second indicator, income. This is basically your gross salary before any deductions. This also includes any dividends you are paid, commissions or rentals you receive on a regular basis before any deductions. This is typically calculated on a monthly basis. Income is a very simple calculation. The third indicator is cash flow. Cash flow is about the movement of money, both coming in and going out over a certain period, typically a month. It's not just about how much money you have, but rather the flow of that money. Think of it as the balance you have left after you have received your paycheck and you have made all your mandatory payments. If your income is more than your mandatory payments, you have a positive cash flow, meaning you're left with money in your wallet for discretionary spending. If it's the other way around, you have a negative cash flow, meaning you're spending more than you're earning. From an accounting standpoint, the cash flow is equal to the income less the total cash outflows for the month. The total cash outflow includes mandatory expenses such as housing and transportation, debt obligations, this includes loan repayments, credit card repayments, and other debt obligations, any mandatory savings and investments you have signed up for, taxes, both income tax and other applicable taxes, and any other cash outflows. This could include unexpected medical bills, car repairs, and so on. The fourth indicator is total debt. This is the sum of all your outstanding financial obligations. This is the sum of your credit card debt, your vehicle loan debt, your mortgage debt, and any other debt that you have. Total debt is specified as an amount in a particular currency at a specific point in time. I also want to digress at this point. The world of financial advice is vast and brimming with options, sometimes to the point of overwhelmingness. From traditional financial advisors with decades of experience to robo advisors powered by algorithms, there's a solution for every need and budget. Books, blogs, podcasts, and social media share financial wisdom, while countless online courses and workshops promise to unlock the secrets of wealth. This abundance of information, however, can be a double edged sword. While offering diverse perspectives and empowering self directed learning, it can also lead to information overload and confusion, making it difficult to discern credible advice from mere noise. My recommendation is to stick to these four indicators only to measure your financial health. They are net worth, income, cash flow, and total debt. It is not necessary to measure any other indicator consistently over the long term, as these four indicators can comprehensively tell your financial story. At this point, it is important to point out that these four financial indicators are indicators only. They are not financial goals. These indicators can be used to formulate your financial goals. For example, you want to eliminate debt within 3 years or raise your cash flow by $600 before the end of the year. You can also have goals that do not make use of these indicators, such as developing an emergency fund that can support you for 6 months if you lose your job. Here are a few practical steps to take next. Calculate your net worth, income, cash flow, and total debt. Think through what each of these numbers mean and what is the story it is telling about your financial health. Continue to follow this podcast as we develop your perspectives on personal finance, which will, over time, slowly reveal to you the relationships these four indicators have with each other and which indicators matter more in the short term and which in the long term. You will then be able to correlate your actions and the impact they have on these indicators. That's all for this podcast. Thank you for listening. Speak to you in the next. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am providing financial knowledge to develop your perspectives on the many dimensions of personal finance that have to be simultaneously managed in our lives. Please seek professional financial advice before making any investments.